Welcome to this session.
This session explores AI's transformative impact on customer management in Philippine businesses, covering topics from personalized experiences and chatbots to predictive analytics and sentiment analysis, with real-world case studies and implementation strategies. A tech entrepreneur and startup investor, our next speaker is the president and CEO of Purple Bug, which specializes in a wide range of digital marketing services, including SEO, app development, web projects, e-commerce, game development, and social media. He established his company as a leading provider of end-to-end digital marketing services. He'll explore how AI is revolutionizing customer management. Let's hear it for Mr. Marl Gonzalez.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Yeah, so thank you very much for inviting me here today. And it's really a great honor to be part of today's session. I hope I will be able to share my knowledge to everyone. And uh, I'm hoping that for today, we will be able to learn how AI revolution is transforming customer management in Philippine businesses. So this is going to be the walkthrough of my presentation today. I'll be talking about three things. Again, thank you for that warm introduction. So for today, I'm gonna be talking about three things. So the first one would be just for us to have a quick overview on the Philippine digital landscape, then the rise of AI adoption in the Philippines. Then we're going to have a framework on effective customer management. So for Philippine digital landscape, we're going to delve into specific characteristics and more idea on how Philippine digital landscape is moving right now. What are the things that we need to learn and how it's affecting our decision to make better decision for our implementation of AI in our businesses. And the second part would be and the second part Yeah. And the second part would be discussion about the rise of AI adoption in the Philippines. So I'll be showing you some different trends on how it works and revolves. And lastly, some framework about effective customer management on different adoptions on how AI can be adapted to customer management. So again, good morning everyone. I know medyo inaantok pa yung iba. I hope I won't bore you guys out. This is an interesting topic. I hope I will be able to be able to share my knowledge to everyone today. Again, thank you for PSIA to in inviting me in today's session. So let's start with this quotation from the founder of Sam Walton, founder of Walmart. So according to him, there's only one boss, and that's the customer. And he can fire everybody in the company from the chairman on down to simply by spending his money elsewhere. Um, what does this mean to people providing services to company who will be interested in adopting AI in their businesses? The importance of customer management is really very vital in many businesses because it can affect it can really affect the business of many organization. And if it affects the business of many organization, it can affect productivity and eventually profitability. Thus, this is really very important in the adoption of AI because At the end, the main goal of many organizations is profitability. And without that, it can affect a lot of their businesses. Okay, so what are the different platform consumption of the Philippines? So let's have a quick idea on the different platform consumption of the Philippines right now in the country. So before we discuss how AI can transform customer management, let's look deep into the total population in the country. So currently there's around 118 million Filipinos and around 86.98 are internet users. So what's the significance of this? So right now, it only shows that there's already an adoption of internet and utilization of internet among the public. So it's really very vital in terms of everyone's productivity and the way how we consume content and how we engage with a lot of businesses. So in connection to this, what we've noticed based from our research is that every year we are increasing in terms of internet adoption in the Philippines. So yes, currently there's already growth, but internet adoption is really very high. And the big question on this is um, how it what's the main purpose of people whenever they use the internet? Hmm. It's not moving. So I'm in the internet consumption. Hello? Just give me a sec. Yan. How about now? Okay. So in connection, as earlier discussed, so how does Filipino are spending time in the internet right now? So time spent is about 8 hours and 52 minutes. So ibig sabihin nito, medyo malaki yung time na nasa-spend ng mga tao right now. And a big portion of that is being spent in broadcast and streaming, using social media. That's about 3 hours and 34 minutes. Time spent in reading press, media, and online and physical print. That's about 1 hour and 11 minutes. Time spent in listening to music and streaming. That's about an hour and 59, and a lot of different activities. So what we are trying to say here is that a lot of people are using the internet for various reasons and various purposes, specifically time spent in social media. And this is really very vital in engaging with your customers. So with this, it's really very important for us to understand what's the pattern and habits based from data portal. What would be the different patterns and habits of people whenever they go to the internet, specifically for social when they go to the internet. Um, Majority are going to the internet to stay in touch with family, but 79 point second to that would be finding information. So people go to internet not only as a passive user but as an active user, meaning to say that they go to internet specifically for looking for information. So they're highlighted in the blue would be finding information, finding new ideas or inspiration. That's 67.20%. For education and study related purposes, that's 60.90%. Research products and brands, that's about 58.60%. Researching health issues and health products at about 55.7%, and business related research. So as earlier discussed, people are going to the internet not only to interact as a passive or to be entertained, but they're actively looking for information. And this is a very good business case for a lot of businesses to understand that when people go to the internet, they really have an intent to know, to purchase, or to learn more about different products and services. And this is going to be very, very vital in making our decision why we need to have an AI adoption in our businesses. So aside from internet, social media is the key to reaching more. Just give me a sec. How about now? Aside from the internet, social media is the key to reaching more audiences. So, yeah. So aside from internet, social media is the key to reaching more audiences, as earlier discussed. So as earlier mentioned, so right now there's around 118 million and around 86.75 are social media users. So it only shows the importance of social media users, as earlier discussed, in terms of the habits of Filipino users in the internet. So the main drivers of this would be Facebook and Messengers and TikTok. As you can see, are majority of the platform being used by our audience. So around 96 to 94% of social media users in the Philippines are using the Meta platforms and Messenger to find content, find information, and to interact with different products to buy and finding information about the product that they're trying to engage with. So the behavior of the audience right now on social media is whenever they see an advertisement and they are interested to know more about it, yun yung pinaka main activities that they are doing. So right now, in the Philippines, Meta platforms, specifically Facebook, Messenger, and Instagram, play a huge role. So this is really very, very vital in crafting your customer engagement. Since these are the main platform that people are using, it's really very important to be available in this platform so that you'll be able to interact more to your audience. So according to similar study, about 98.20% of Filipinos are using chat and messaging app. So one of the main drivers of traffic right now in Facebook, aside from the reels and the stories, is the messenger. So a lot of people are doing transactions. So what usually happens as a marketing tech, one of our role is to work with different brands, and as we work with different brands, the way how we do it is we manage content. And what we've noticed is that as after you manage the content, the next step that happens is interacting with them through the comments and the messages. So, and people, you'll be surprised on how much questions, inquiries, and complaints you'll receive in the chat and messages. So it only shows and validates that Filipinos are already using chat messenger as a main feature in this different social media. So that's why we need to have a good customer service to understand our customer behavior. So going back to what I said a while ago, it's really very important to have good customer management since these are the main platforms people are using. So as earlier discussed, people go to the internet, then people go to different social media to search for more information. Um, it's really very, very important for us to have those different interaction to them. And why do we really need to have this good customer service? Sorry, currently I think We're just having a little bit of technical difficulty right now. Just give me a sec. Hmm. How about now, Miss Rona? Hello? Yep. Can everyone see my screen? Okay. So, why do we really need to have good customer service? So this is based from a study conducted by McKinsey and Company. So according to the study that they've conducted, they found out that um, having a good customer service is a main driver for a business growth. So a company with a good customer service can have a profitability of almost twice compared to the average. So it's really very important to consider good customer management um, um, for as one of the strategy for business growth. So the reason behind this is because one would be customer retention is cheaper than customer acquisition. So one of the drivers is customer retention. Ah, sandali lang po, ah. Hello, how about now? Can everyone see my screen? Okay. So, yeah, so this is how live presentation really works. I know there's some hiccups, but this is a very interesting topic. So I hope we will be able to share um, um, information to you guys and understand the topic. As I was saying a while ago, so in a study conducted by McKinsey and Company, so this is one of the largest consulting firm around the world. They found out that companies with um, good customer good customer engagement and good customer management has two times profitability and revenue compared to companies who don't have. And a big reason for this is are the following. So one of among which is customer retention, because customer retention is cheaper than customer acquisition. So alam to ng mga companies and business owners who's inside this forum right now that a company na mas mahal kumuha ng bagong customer than to manage existing ones. Second, customer will pay more to companies with better customer service. So all of us experience this that we continue patronizing companies who have better customer service, and we're even paying more. So mapapansin natin dito for companies na considered premium, they have better customer service, and companies who don't have good customer service is considered non-premium. And it promotes loyalty and referrals. Kasi pag positive yung experience nila, people will be moving from they will be sharing this information to other people. It elevates brand values. In connection to what I said. So brand experience is as there's a positive brand experience, it also increases the brand values. And lastly, it increases customer lifetime value. So it only shows na kahit tumatagal yung customers natin because of that. So the big question here right now, and the reason why we are having this forum today is gusto natin malaman. So now that we have a quick overview on the audience that we have, like gaano ba kalaki yung internet, ano ba yung main drivers niyan, yung social media, um, the big question right now is the Philippine economy adopting AI already? So since we are talking about adoption and the technology, ang first question right now is gusto nating malaman kung ready na ba yung Philippines. So in the Philippines, the growing sector of artificial intelligence is leading to a surge in personalized and efficient solution across various industries. Actually, according to Microsoft, 86% of knowledge workers in the Philippines use AI at work, which has higher utilization compared to the global average. So, ibig sabihin yan, sa Philippines, medyo mataas yung adoption natin. So, this shift is fueled by the country's tech-savvy population. So, as earlier mentioned, ang mga Filipino are in the internet. We might not be fully aware that we are using AI because AI has been there for quite some time, but a lot of machine learning and automation is there to help perform a lot of this tech savvy population with the use of the different digital platforms. So So in the Philippines, according to Statista, the artificial intelligence market is experiencing an upward trend in adoption of chatbot for for customer service and data analysis in various industries. So the AI industry in the Philippines projects increase market size from up by about 3.5 billion. So currently it's on the upward trend. So the trend is likely to persist as business recognize the cost effectiveness. Yan, very, very important na big driver yan. And improve efficiency of AI-powered solutions. So furthermore, there's a rising interest in machine learning and predictive analytics, and particularly with banking and finance sector because it's currently affecting operational efficiencies and productivity. So this development indicated shifts in automation and data-driven decision-making processes, which could positively impact businesses through enhanced customer experiences and increased competitiveness. So nevertheless, stakeholders must address potential challenges like yon mga data privacy and ethical consideration when developing and implementing AI technology. Sige. Let's have a quick pause daw muna.
All right, we're back again, everyone. I'm gonna turn you over with Sir Marl.
Yeah. Again, thank you very much. I know since this is live, yeah, ganyan talaga. May mga technical difficulty, but I hope again let's I hope you learn a lot of things from me today. So again, so I have few more minutes. Then as I was saying a while ago, so according to Statista, so this is the last slide before I was cut off. So according to Statista, so the Philippines artificial intelligence market is experiencing an upward trend in terms of adoption of chatbot for customer service and data analysis in various industries. So the AI in the Philippines project is increased by a market size of about 3.5 billion US dollars. So and this is continuously growing. So this trend is likely to grow. Nakikita natin na may continuous trend to because more and more companies realize yung purpose and advantage of using AI in their customer management, specifically to improve efficiency and productivity and profitability. So furthermore, there's a rising interest in machine learning and predictive analytics, particularly within the banking and the finance sector. not only in those industries but across the board. So we're seeing current adoption. So even in SMEs and small and medium corporation, we're already seeing an adoption to that. This is a good example that from large corporation, people are starting to adopt technology in their businesses, specifically in interacting and working with customers. So in terms of government, according to the Department of Trade and Industry, implementing AI technology in the Philippines can substantially increase the GDP by approximately 12%, amounting that to about a 92 billion. So with this, we've noticed that there's a support in government to work with different technology adoption in different businesses. So we've worked with government institutions. So from DTI to different sectors, there everyone is working hand in hand to enhance the adaptability of different businesses in AI to increase productivity. So plus in PwC survey, so Price Waterhouse, so that's one of the biggest accounting firm and consulting company around the world. In a survey that they conducted, so 74% strongly believe that AI tools have the potential to significantly enhance everyone's efficiency in the workplace. So this figure is considerably higher than the region, which is the average lang around 65%. So as earlier discussed, because of factors such as it makes work easier and more efficient, allows them to have allows them to move to new ventures. It foolproofs their businesses for the future and improves use of big data in their organization. So the next question is, how does AI help delivering good customer experience? So I'll be showing you two frameworks that we need to understand. So the first would be the customer management framework. So if you are working or planning to have implementation of AI in your businesses, or planning to provide service to company to have an AI implementation for their customer management, this is the framework that we are using. So first is plan, then second is implement, then the third one is capture, the fourth one is respond, and later learn and understand. So when we say plan, because very important to develop a comprehensive and appropriate AI-centered customer management plan. So ano ba yung mga magiging basis natin dito? This is based on customer profile, kasi kailangan natin maintindihan sino ba yung customer, sino ba yung mga stakeholders na gagamit nito. Second would be business objective. What's the main purpose? What's driving the AI adoption in their customer management? And lastly, companies' capability, whether they have the resources, the funding, and the people. Then second to that would be implement and integrate. So once you start you need to implement and integrate with client-facing platforms, the CRMs, and the API. So you need to understand the best platform that's appropriate to the current skill set of the team, the current budget of the organization, and even about the next plans na meron tayo. Once you have developed, na-implement and na-integrate na natin dyan, the next step would be to capture. So, important that you'll be able to capture data and information. So, you need to capture customer inquiries, complaints, based on target KPIs and metrics. So, you need to have a set metrics and benchmarks that you'll implement so that you'll understand the effectivity of what you are doing. Next would be to respond, to provide fast and accurate response. So this is really very vital. So after all the technology that we have, just like what we've experienced kanina, di ba? Without the proper platform wherein you can interact with your audience and providing them a positive experience, hindi pa rin magiging favorable yung implementation na yon to the business objective. And lastly, learn and understand. So After you plan, they implement, capture, and response. A big driver of AI adoption in customer management is learning and understanding. So the goal is for us to analyze and interpret and gather the data for better business decision. So what are the main drivers? So if you guys are gonna be pitching in to companies right now, or if your company is planning to implement an AI adoption in customer management, so this would be the main drivers. The first would be as earlier mentioned, so in the quotation that I have shown a while ago with regards to the AI, why customer management is really very important, because if you don't provide good customer service to your customer, most likely they will move to other people. So first is yung customer experience enhancement. So when you talk to management or discussing AI adoption, you can use any, all, or portions of these main drivers, because again, AI adoption or any technology adoption in businesses are should be driven by business objective. So for customer experience enhancement, we can discuss probably personalization, 24 by 7 availability, and sentiment analysis. So what's the importance of this? With personalization, people will have positive experience with your brand. 24 by 7 availability. So your business doesn't just work from regular working hours, it can provide sales and revenue beyond the working hours. Third would be operational. Second is operational efficiency and reduction. Bakit naman yon? So ano naman yung pwede nating explain dyan? So it can help automating repetitive tasks. So, workforce optimization. So, kung kunyari, paulit-ulit na yung ginagawa ng mga tao, baka pwede nating ma-transfer yung iba nating workforce to other department or more productive activity, and automate some of their activity para hindi na siya paulit-ulit, and will be probably most likely optimizing operation, and will have optimization and efficiency in our operation. And process automation. So it can, and the main goal for that would be operational efficiency and cost reduction. So number three would be another drivers niyan would be data-driven decision-making process. So with all the different client-facing platforms, so whether your audience are using Facebook, whether your audience is using website, whether your audience is using e-commerce, these different platforms is really very important to interact with them. So the goal is for you to gather the data and make a decision based on those data. So yung customer insighting is really very important to make better decision on what's going to be the business direction, what product will be launched, what challenges your customers are experiencing, what pain points your customers are experiencing, and with favorable information, you can make better business decision. Fourth driver would be proactive customer engagement. So right now, hindi na yung customer management focuses on delighting customer, because hindi enough na ang goal mo sa customer is ma-providean lang ng basic customer service. The goal is for you to provide top-notch customer service. And since it's a top-notch customer service, people will be more attracted to give you more businesses. And with that, this different technology can provide you predictive recommendation and intelligent notification. So ano yung ibig sabihin ng predictive recommendation? Ano yung possible complaints, possible interest, possible scenarios that can happen based on the data that they have. And it can make you provide a more a better response, a more proactive information to your audience. So kahit hindi pa nila hinihingi, hindi pa nila kailangan, pwede mo na kagad i-provide. And lastly, customer retention and loyalty. So with more information that you'll have, you can have more sentiment-based retention plans, loyalty program optimization, and feedback management. So um, why do we really need to have a delivery of good customer experience? Marketers are 8 times more likely to convert a lead into a customer if they follow up within the first 5 minutes, and because of that, time is really of an essence. So with the help of AI chatbot right now in customer management system, it can answer inquiries as fast as 1 to 2 minutes. So this is a good example of that. Na for example, dati, re-replyan, hihintayin natin na replyan yan, i-correlate pa natin, i-consolidate pa natin yung question. So, what usually happens kasi right now is that even there's a chatbot, there's still a lot of low-hanging conversation that can already be addressed. So, and the problem with prompt-based conversations right now is that sometimes people don't know what they're really looking for. So that's the reason why intelligent conversation with your audience is really very important, na kaya kailangan niya keyword based na siya. So here's another so this is another example on how do AI help provide more efficient response management. So what I'm showing you right now is an example na from your chatbot, you can already create a ticket. So what's the purpose of that is that it can have more efficient response. So this is a good example na hindi mo na kailangang tumawag sa customer service just to get the ticket and follow up those tickets. So from an automated system, you can submit a report, get a ticket, and that ticket will be part of the the database, and it can be part na nung platform na we are going to use. So here's another case study. So here's one proven result on how customer management and AI is important. So this is a case study naman for a transport services. So what happened here is that with AI, there was a significant reduction in manpower needed for customer service. So improve customer satisfaction. So from low ratings, it went high to 4 to 5 rating, and a massive um, 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 customer queries amounting to 213,000 was resolved. So how does this work? So the AI chatbot leverage in natural language processing. So yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na hindi na enough yung prompt-based conversation na ang nangyayari, may question, hahanapin pa yung reply. So it needs to be keyword based. So if it's keyword based and it's using AI and NL, natural language processing, and naturally, it will be able to track the right response, right information, and right response to the customer queries, resolving a lot of questions and minimizing repetitions of jobs. So, and this infographic shows that there's a growing consensus among businesses about the potential benefits of chatbots. So let's break down the key expectations. So the top priorities for business is speed. They want chatbot to provide immediate customer increase, providing satisfaction and reducing wait times. So chatbot offer an advantage of the round-the-clock availability. So it provides 24 by 7. So response automation is very important, followed by leads generation and reduce customer complaints. So having said that, it's also very important with AI chatbot is for us, as earlier mentioned, in terms of the driver, very important to have a better decision making process. And that can only happen if you have a dashboard wherein you can see a lot of information. So from data driven, total number of users and frequently asked questions, recent tickets, and a lot of different information. So the dashboard should give you an overview, and for you to be able to answer and understand what's really happening to your customers, what's happening in their conversation, what's anong time sila mas na madalas na nagtatanong, so that you can properly allocate resources, create tamang service or tamang product, and make better business decisions. So, what should be the AI chatbot framework for businesses right now? So as discussed, there would be a lot of different touch points. So the different touch points should be properly integrated with one another, whether it's an API, whether it's a website, providing information or having an e-commerce platform, to the social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, Viber, and WhatsApp. So you integrate everything, integrate it with your CRM, then have conversation with your audience, with your customer, using AI chatbot, and have a quick transfer to your live agent if those questions are not properly addressed, or gusto talaga makipag-usap ng customers natin to a live agent. Then what would be the main activities? It can be addressing sales, product information, billing, installation, and ticketing, other inquiries, and it can also be in booking processes. So again, that's the end of my slide. Again, sorry for the hiccups, the technical hiccups a while ago. Um, so here's a quick information about our company. So I'm ready now for your questions.
Okay, now we have some questions for you from the audience. Marl, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very
So
much,
for
guys.
okay, so let's start with the first question. The first question is from Shella. What challenges are emerging as companies adapt to AI-driven customer service solutions?
Um, the first is getting approval from management to implement it. So that's the biggest challenge. So always remember, AI driven customer service solutions will entail investment from management. So it's really very important to get everyone onboarded. So this type of technology without management approval and without them understanding what would be the business benefit, hindi siya ma-implement. So very, very important yon. Then after that, the second problem, the second challenge, as earlier mentioned, even you have a technology, is capability of internal stakeholders. So are the current stakeholders ba capable of implementing, managing, and monitoring these different solutions. So, yun, kasi from there, kailangan from talent acquisition to employees retention to training programs, and building the infrastructure is really very important.
Okay, great. I hope that answers your question, Shella. So for the next question, it's from Danica. How do we take advantage of AI to have better customer service?
Um, so there, we can AI can help you have efficiency in terms of operation. So, for example, with many brands that we're working, the biggest challenge is how to manage all the different conversation across the different client-facing platforms. So, for example, may website yan, may Shopify, may Instagram, may Facebook, merong, for example, meron siyang WhatsApp and Viber. You'll have multiple client-facing platform and people will be sending a lot of information doon. And the problem to that is managing everything individually entails a lot of resources. So with AI right now, you can manage a lot of those client-facing platform with one single interface. Then from there, kasi with that, you will be able to capture everything. Then after you guys capturing everything, you will have a more detailed information on what's really happening across the different platforms.
Okay, so we have another question from Rox. So there's a challenge in building trust in e-commerce and cross-border TXNS, especially with many businesses in PH using online platforms. How can we reinforce commitment to ethical AI, assuring users that their interests and security are prioritized?
So the security is really very vital. So as discussed in the framework, the first is plan. So in the framework that we're using in terms of the AI adoption for customer management, the first is plan. So in the planning stage, you need to understand what would be the business intention, what's the business purpose, and understanding your customer. And security needs to be embedded in the entire process. So that's the reason why in most chat system, very important na may opt-in kagad of them allowing you to record and capture a lot of this information. So that needs to be embedded. Then kaya very important yon in the entire framework of doing things. So um, what we advise is that it needs to be a very holistic approach from the planning stage. Security needs to be embedded in the process.
All right, thank you, Marl. And we have another one from Armando. What AI technologies would you suggest to use for large data analytics?
Um, there would be a lot of depending on the size, depending on the platform. So there would be custom built and there would be off the shelf platforms depending on data that will be utilized. So in terms of kung saan din yung sources. So again, let's review first kung ano yung pinaka magiging main objective, so that we can analyze which is the more appropriate platform for you. So samples would be yung pinakita ko kanina, for First Micos. You can have it's using large language model. Um, um, it can capture a lot of data. It can analyze a lot of data. But again, depending it's still very dependent on what type of operation, what's the type of output, what's the resources that you have. So yun yung magiging recommendation on what appropriate system yung pwedeng gamitin ng organization.
All right, another one from Arman. Do you foresee AI or related technologies a threat to human being doing the customer service work? How do we have the best of both worlds?
Um, just like right now we are in a cusp of or in transition of another technology breakthrough. So just what's important here is to fully adopt the concept, and it will really help many businesses to improve operation. So yung question whether it can threat humans in terms of their work, ang sagot dyan is that it will only change the way how we do our work and how we do our business. So what we really need to do is to enhance our skills, and definitely there would be changes in operation. Just like many work before, dati meron tayong typist, di ba? Dati nung wala pang computer, so may mga work na typist, merong stenographer. Pero with advancement, nung nagkaroon ng computer, nawala yung mga ganong work. But this type of people didn't just lose job. Um, kung ang nangyari doon, they were transferred to other more productive activities. So for customer management, yes, with AI, mas with automation ng response, automation ng capturing, automation ng analytics, it will decrease some of the work na traditionally being done, but it can create a lot of things. Like, for example, I am also attending the digital conference, which is side by side happening right now. Na a lot, there are new type of jobs being created because of the adoption. So it only shows that with the advent of AI adoption in the businesses, yes, it can affect current work, but it is also opening to new types of work.
All right, and we also have another from Jeffrey. Is there also stat on the data readiness of local companies? One of the blockers of AI adoption is lack of ready to train on digitalized data.
Um, is there also currently that's the reason why we're having this conversation, because currently there's still a lot of things that needs to be done. First is how to structure data, how to implement, secure it, and how to train the people that will be managing it. So I think that's yun yung mga challenges nung AI adoption in many organization right now. So yun. So currently, yung wala pang exact na readiness, but what we're seeing right now is that people are starting to implement. So in our study, right now there's around 60 to 70% of brands and companies with Facebook pages are using chat automation. Pero naka-prompt based pa lang siya. So limited siya sa 3 to 5 questions, but we will see more in the future. Kaya ang susunod na ano doon kasi would be anong type ng features, anong type ng functionalities yung kakailanganin. Kaya hindi pa nila nakikita yung different adoption ng AI. Now that there are more agents being used by different AI automation systems, we will see more adoption of different features for different business cases.
All right, thank you for that. And we also have another one from Jean, which is very interesting for me. How about for differently abled people, like visually impaired people?
Um, so right now, there would be different implementation of customer management. It can be in, for example, for the CAPTCHA. So it can be in pwede siyang audio and in terms of responses. So makakatulong yon doon sa differently abled na mga different na mga tao to interact with brands and companies. So yes, it can AI can really help to support differently abled members of our society.
Okay, good to know. And another one from Adriel. So, within this framework, how are we able to address issues presented by common AI LLMs, such as hallucinations, breaches in safety policies, among others?
Um, so first is again, doon sa ano nun is plan. So magsa-start ka pa rin doon sa pinaka-start ng plan. So you need to really understand what's the capability, what are the resources that you have, the funding resources, the organizational resources, the human resource that you have before you implement any of the AI adoption for customer management. So a lot of the challenges for yung hallucination is yung data sources. So and a big and yes, right now I must admit that there are some, eto nangyayari pa rin siya. But as technology progresses and as more data becomes more available, mas may enhance yung responses nung mga different agents and different agents na gamit right now and models.
Okay, so sir, we also have another one from Thea. How do companies address the very real problem of customers preferring to speak to a live person? Most of the time, chatbots make customers more frustrated with the company, leading to decreased retention.
Um, that's what we are saying kasi the most the experience of people using chatbot is a prompt-based reply. Kaya nagkakaroon ng frustration. Imagine you are looking for information, you really don't know what you're looking for. The prompt will be providing you several responses not related to your question. So right now, the move is from prompt-based to keyword-based. So with your keyword-based, it's just like having a conversation to a person and providing you the more relevant answer. So the goal is, so with an adoption of an AI-based technology for customer management, nata-transfer siya from prompt-based to keyword-based. And the keyword-based is based on the database of information that you have. So, and with that, there would be a positive experience eventually. However, there would be learning curve. And that learning curve would be creating and developing the model, developing the response. So, yun yung mga challenges doon. So, yun yung magiging consideration right now. Kaya nagkakaroon ng problem sometimes yung mga tao na parang bakit hindi ako na-frustrate ako. And there would be situation rin naman, kaya rin very important na some of the systems right now, na mapapansin natin, meron pa ring transfer to live agent. So technically, hindi natin siya inaalis. We're just minimizing yung interaction with live agent for repetitive questions na can be addressed already.
All right, thank you for that. And we also have the last question coming from Dan Angelo. Is outsourcing AI development more beneficial than building an internal team?
Um, Again, going back to the reply to my response is, if you have the funding, go ahead. Um, even if you have the funding, the big question is, do you have the human resource to do it? So hindi rin siya gano'n kadali. So again, whether developing your AI system or outsourcing it really depends on the readiness of your organization. It can be you can either the best approach is for you to utilize available platforms right now. So for example, even the AI model, there are already available AI model. There are a lot of available AI models. So it's really very expensive to create your own AI model. So why don't you use the current AI model, enhance it with the different agents, then implement different functionalities on top of those agents na nagagamitin. Kasi doing everything on your own, again, depending on your organizational capability. So, kung paano yung magiging approach doon. So, again, plan.
All right, thank you, Marl, for answering all of the questions. Now, guys, in case you still have a questions, please feel free to comment to Sir Marl, to chat with him, and yeah, can we click the emojis to show our appreciation with Sir Marl?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Again, my apologies for the technical difficulty this morning. I
Yeah,
hope
so
we were able to share.
all right. So that's all the time we have for this session. If you enjoyed this session, please give your rating and share your feedback about our speaker, and you'll find the link in the chat box. So again, let's thank Sir Marl by clicking on the heart or clapping emojis. Wow.
Yeah, thank you very
And
much,
also
everyone.
yeah, please exit this session and click on the next. Thank you guys. Bye.